Well, hey guys, Journey John here. What's going on, JJ crew? And welcome to Cyberpunk 2077. So today we're gonna go over 10 things Cyberpunk doesn't explicitly tell you. If you want to figure some of these things out, you can take a look at this stuff. Generally speaking, if you need help, you can go here in the database and then go to question mark, and it'll give you some kind of explanations for some different things. So it's a good thing if you want to look at that. So the first thing we're going to look at is making sure that we get the most out of our jobs and our contracts and things. So obviously you'll earn street cred and eddies for completing jobs, but a lot of NPCs or like basically gang members and people will have bounties on them that are been placed by the NCPD, and you can find out what those are by scanning them. But to make sure that you collect them, we will see. I'll give you a small example here. So that's a veteran guard. It's got no data on it. All right, let's find a different group then. So one thing you can do, not part of our 10 things that Cyberpunk doesn't tell you, is but you can actually plug in a controller and you can swap on the fly whenever you want to start driving, and it'll swap the controls automatically to the controller. Whenever you get off, you can just swap it back. Okay, so you can see here this guy it'll reward us with 107 street cred, 179 for that guy, 107 for that guy. See if there's any other guys around here. Just these three. All right, that's all right. So we're gonna go in with our nightstick and kind of get to work here. So as you can see, this guy's double over in pain. We finished. Well, let's finish our actual objective here. Which I guess is this right here. So there, we finished the job. I think this person is. We hit him on the way down. So yeah, this person will now give us an extra reward of $10 and 15 creds. As you can see, they're still kind of alive. So we just, give them a little tap. We get some extra street creds. Some extra cash. This guy's kind of still alive over here. So just make sure, you always got to make sure to double tap on these dudes to make sure you collect the bounty. If you see them lying around writhing in pain, just make sure to go finish them off if you want to get everything that you can out of your bad guys. You want to earn all the credits possible. So the next thing we're going to talk about is leveling and attributes. So these are all your attributes. You get body, reflexes, technical ability, cool, and intelligence. So if we go to our database and we look at character, it'll actually tell us. It'll give us a breakdown. So body increases health and stamina. Reflexes increases our damage per second and crit chance. Cool increases crit damage, resistance, and detection time. Technical ability increases armor, and intelligence increases our cyber deck RAM. So on top of that, you also have these skills, and so for each skill you cannot level it past whatever your attribute level is. So here we have athletics, and it's at level 7. So for each skill level you'll gain just an extra perk. So you increase carrying capacity, perk points, increase stamina regen, more carrying capacity, and another perk point. And you can see here that it says we are at the max level for athletics. And so under annihilation, which is like mostly it's like your shotgun build, we are at level 6, and we still have what 64 or 66% left to go for our progression until we hit the max level of 7, unless we invest another attribute point into body. So once we do that, once we hit level 7, we'll gain an increased crit chance by 5% when using shotguns, light machine guns, and heavy machine guns. And then for body, we are at our max level of 7. So you do want to invest in leveling all these up at least to the max level. So you can see we're a little short here on assault. We could do some more engineering. So engineering, I'll have to take like a tech weapon or a power weapon and use those. Generally what I do is I'll go and find these side missions like these here, and I'll just start using the stuff that I need to level up. Because if you're already at your max, if like say because we put some points in this, if your breach protocol is at level 12, continuing to use breach protocol won't really help you out. Obviously if you're like doing a mission or something like a main story mission, just go ahead and use whatever you want. But to make the most of your build and get as many skill points and things as you can, it's better to go and like do these things that you're like technically not built into. But a lot of these side missions aren't super difficult, so you can kind of go in under skilled on these things and level them up as you go along. And then you can do what I've done and like grab a bunch of skill points and then just invest them in the tree that you want to invest in. So we have a lot of points invested in quick hacking here, as you can see, even though we're only like level 23. And apparently you only get so you get a perk points every level, and you get an attribute point every 3 levels according to the database over here. Although it seems like I've gotten an attribute point every level, but maybe I just haven't paying that much attention to it. The next thing that we're going to talk about is crafting. So you may not do a lot of crafting yourself, so crafting is under technical ability. One thing that I would recommend getting from this is School of Hard Rocks. So unlocks crafting specs for rare quick hacks. So because I've been doing a lot of quick hacking and stuff, I can now go in and I can go into quick hacks, and now I can craft these contagion, cripple movements, cyberware, malfunction, overheat, and a lot of these will spread to 2 different targets within an 8-meter radius. So yeah, spreads to the nearest enemy, cripple movement, cyberware, malfunction also spreads to the nearest target. So as you increase these, it'll like give you extra perks on top of what the normal one would do. You can also buy some of these from, where's the map? There's a net hack or a net runner dude somewhere around here. Here, net runner. So he'll have some of those blue ones that you can buy as well if you don't want to actually invest into crafting. But the other thing about crafting is that the weapons that you can craft from here are actually going to be a little bit more powerful from the ones that you can buy from shops. And whenever you're crafting, it'll always craft to your current level. And then the option that people don't always realize is that you can actually go over here to your upgrades tab, and as long as you have the materials for it, you can go in and you can upgrade older weapons. So we can actually raise this to do more damage than what we were doing before, because we have the materials for it. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have insufficient components. At some point you'll reach a level cap to where you can't level anymore. And it also increases your crafting skill. We already have ours maxed out just because we're trying to optimize. And so the way I did that was I just went in and I just crafted a buttload of these guns, which made it very easy. And you can also buy crafting components from shops as well, in case you're low on like epic item components, or you can invest into skills or perks. So you can gain something here like the Datamine Mastermind to upgrade the Datamine Daemon to increase the amount of components acquired from access points. And so components are what you're going to use for crafting. So a lot of these kind of like meld into each other and kind of synthesize with each other to make things more efficient. The next thing we're going to talk about while we're here is we're going to talk about athletics. So most people playing this game probably don't have a super high athletics level. The way you level this is you're going to go in and you can essentially, you just swing your hand around or do whatever you can. You can dodge, you can like jump as high as you can, sprint, do anything that drains stamina, and do it until it completely drains the stamina bar. And that is how you're going to gain experience for athletics. One quick way to do that is to like just go swimming, because you'll drain your stamina just by swimming around. So what I ended up having to do was I actually ended up creating a macro. I would punch continuously like this and drain stamina. I left this running all night. It took me probably 2 hours just letting this go to get one level of athletics. So my hope is at some point that CD Projekts or projects will update the game and make the athletic skill level up a little bit faster, because right now it takes god dang forever to level your athletic skill. But if you're wondering how to do it, that would be my main recommendation, is just set up a macro and just let them have at it. It's a lot like leveling your sneak skill in like Oblivion, where you would just like set it to auto run and just put yourself in a corner in a room with some bad guys and just let it go forever. It's a very, very similar idea to that. The next thing we're going to talk about is Breach Protocol. So let's go find some more enemies to fight. Oh, here we go. This will work. Although, I don't know. Yeah, so you can't breach these guys because they're not connected to any networks. And none of these guys are. But we might enter into a small firefight here. Let's see if we can just sprint past these guys. Yeah. So now that we're over here, we're going to take a look at Breach Protocol and how to make the most use out of it. So if we go into our skill tree and we look at Intelligence Breach Protocol, you can see that you can unlock these different daemons. So we have a mass vulnerability daemon. We have a turret tamer daemon, which sets the status of every turret in the network friendly for 3 minutes. We have an upgraded data mine demon, increasing the amount that we can earn. And we have the ice pick demon. So the way that you activate these is you'll go into Breach Protocol. And so for here we can activate the ice pick demon and the mass vulnerability demon, but we have to get these sequences to activate each of these. It's not like super hard to figure out, but it doesn't like explicitly tell you that you actually have to activate these things. So it might be a little bit of a challenge to get the first time. Also, you have a buffer. So we'll go that. So we've activated the ice pick and the mass vulnerability. So your operating system will determine how much buffer size you have. So we have 8 slots for our buffer size for doing these hacks, and each operating system will allow you to use the Breach Protocol. If you have something installed here that's not an operating system, which you might have another option here, you will not be able to use the Breach Protocol. But if you're not doing like a hacking build, then that's not really a huge deal. And now we can go in and we can use these quick hacks, and they don't cost as much because we got that ice pick daemon activated. So we'll do reboot optics first. In fact, let's just trigger these real quick. So these are all different quick hacks that you can activate.
suspicious activity.
Very unwise. You fucking gunk.
It's like so wet sounding. Gross. Break his gun. And now we broke this guy's gun, I think. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, that's a little bit of a rundown for Breach Protocol. The next thing we're gonna talk about here in a second after we loot all these guys is carjacking. Basically GTA 5 and Cyberpunk. Oh, we got more guys incoming. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. We are playing on the hard difficulty, but it's not super relevant for these encounters, I don't think. One of the nice things about Cyberpunk and the old Witcher games, unless you turn it on, is that the enemies and the map does not level to you. The gear will level. The shops will level. Your crafting will level, but the enemies do not. But yeah, let's go take a look at carjacking. So obviously one of the options you have is to just break a door, but since our strength isn't high enough for this, it's like 7 out of 10, you can just shoot the door and we can get in, and this is now ours, and we didn't even incur a crime stat. So if you want a fancy car, you want something like a Bugatti Veyron, this might be a good way to go and do that. So the next thing we're going to talk about, number 7 on our list, is we're going to talk about street cred and districts, specifically on the topic of buying cars. So for each region that you'll encounter, you can go in and you can get messages. So if we look at messages from our phone, you can get messages from different regions, like the fixtures for each region, and they'll send you cars that they have available for purchase, and then you can actually look on the map. A lot of these are vehicles that we can buy. So we have a Mizutani Shion, which if we look at it under messages, cars for sale. Yeah, so this car right here, the Mizutani Shion, it looks pretty cool. $75,000. But if you want all of the cars available to you, you want to go ahead and hit up all the regions that you can't, that you haven't been to yet. And the higher your street cred, or the more cars that will become available. So we'll go over here. I haven't actually been over here yet. We'll just drop a waypoint. And once we get over there, we should get a call from the dude. And then after that, we'll get some text messages about some vehicles that we can buy here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, so more El Capitan raise. Yeah, El Capitan.
See, no introduction's necessary. I already took care of that.
Someone comes to me with biz, I take care of it. I eat, sleep, and breathe biz. Remember that.
Aye, aye, Captain.
While we're at it, you need fresh wheels, bikes, I got it all.
Yeah.
Prices. So hit me up anytime, you hear?
So this is obviously something that you can figure out pretty easily by just playing the game, and it'll just hop it automatically. But yeah, now he's sending us vehicles to buy. And so if you want all the vehicles available to you at your current street cred, you want to make sure and go ahead and head up all the different districts. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Cyberware. So let's find a nearby Ripper Dock. Is there one on our map somewhere? Yeah, there's one right there. So let's see what this guy's got for us. So this is kind of a fancy Ripper Dock. Let's see what he's got for us. Or she? Saw a different Ripper here before.
You here seem to remember this ugly, slimy gonk. Type with oozing flesh running this shop.
My uncle is not a handsome man, I know. But he is hard to forget once you see him.
Preem, yeah. Nothing like serving up a howler first time you meet someone. Talk to him.
You think it's a mistake to speak the truth?
True or not, it was rude, hurtful. What else would he call it, if not a mistake?
And that is why I love to travel. Words. We think we know how to use them, but then there is context.
All right, well, let's see what we got.
Some new chrome.
Then I think you'll come to the right place.
Have I? Let's try that again. You do have some options. Oh, it's just the armor? Okay, so we'll have to go to a different Ripper Dock for that. But the main thing I wanted to show you is that for the operating system, each time that you swap out for a different operating system, oh, they actually have, well, it's, I guess the same thing that I got, looks like. Oh, it's got different, it's got different abilities. So this has got a quick hack cooldown reduced by 45%. All right, interesting. But so let's say we will equip this one because I already own it. So now as you can see, there are no mods slotted. So each time you slot a new cyberware thing into this, it's even true if you like swap out like your gorilla arms. Well, is it? No, because these have like a default. So like I can swap this one out and I can change it for electrical damage or like burn damage and stuff. But that just like does, there's one for normal damage as well. But for the operating system, each time you swap it out, you'll have to go back and you'll have to go into your cyberware and make sure to actually pick the mods that you want to use. So we got Contagion, we have Cyberware malfunction, no, I'm not using memory wipe, reboot optics, short circuit, synapse burnout, and weapon glitch. And so the last thing that we're going to talk about for this is we're just going to give a little bit of a general rundown for leveling your character and earning street cred. So if you're solely interested in gaining the most XP for your character, the best way to do that is to run like these golden yellow, like especially these gigs or the actual like main story missions will net you the most XP out of anything. Outside of that, these are all just buying vehicles. But like these side jobs will also get you a decent amount of XP. You can usually gain at least one level out of this, and these, if you keep going with it, will gain you like 3 to 5 levels depending on how long it is. But if you're also interested in just earning a bunch of street cred, I would highly recommend still doing these like side missions, these side jobs, but also hitting up. What I've been doing is I've been going in and hitting every district that I can and doing all of these like points of interest, undiscovered. So this is an NPC, NC, PD, and then you'll have one that are like from fixers and stuff as well. I guess all of these are NCPD. Or maybe the fixers give you the side missions. That's probably. But there's all kinds of stuff to do. So if you do all of these, your street cred, you're gonna have plenty of street cred to buy like cyberware and get all the parts and weapons and things that you need. That's it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this little rundown. Hope it helped you out. Again, a lot of the stuff you can kind of figure out from playing. If you're really curious, I want to see like the inside view. Dude, this car looks legit. And if you need like extra help, again, I would recommend going and checking out this database. It'll give you kind of like a rundown on all the controls and how different mechanics and things work. Apparently, one thing I didn't realize is that you have a quick draw attack. So if you hold your attack button with a sheathed katana, you can do a quick draw attack, which, let me see, do I have a katana on me? I believe I do. So yeah, let's see what that looks like. Have not tried this. I need to get out of the car. So let's sheath it. Oh yeah, okay, so that's pretty cool. It's like a classic like anime samurai kind of thing. You just nail it. That's pretty dope. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Make sure to drop a like and a subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel already, and also hit us up on Twitch, because I'm going to be streaming a crap ton of this game for many days and months to come, I believe. This is basically probably going to be our new Fallout. So probably for the channel. So we'll be doing some more videos and stuff as well, checking out some different vehicles, different weapons and things. But I'll see you all later. Have a good one, guys. Have fun. Hope you all have a great week. Bye bye.